these tough times, folks have learned to be wary of scammers offering deals on the phone. So it's understandable that people might be suspicious when we call with news about cash coming their way. As my colleague Matt Bean can tell you, most of the time we can convince people that we're on the up and up, but not always.
That's right, Tiggy. No matter how hard we tried, we just could not persuade the man you're about to meet that we were legit. So we realized that we were going to need some help. He just wouldn't believe us. Every time we called, he would hang up. We were trying to reach a man named Nick from Madison, Wisconsin. He didn't believe we were from NBC, and he didn't believe we had something valuable to return to him. Just before Nick hung up on us for the third time, said he had a question. Why were we calling him all the way from New York City instead of his local station in Madison, Wisconsin? Nick said our calls just seemed too fishy. So we asked one of the top anchors here at WMTV to give Nick a call and see if she could convince him we really are telling the truth.
Lee Mills.
Lee Mills is a familiar face and voice to people in Madison. So Lee, Nick's a pretty skeptical guy, as a matter of fact. We called him 3 times, and every time we got the same response. Click. What was it like the first time you two had a chance to talk?
Well, I called him and immediately could tell that he was skeptical of me as well. Luckily for me, he watches NBC 15 and knew who I was. But even then, I still had to talk to him for an hour, and I got from him, I guess you can call me again.
Lee spent hours on the phone with Nick, and that's when we started to find out more about him. Nick was always a hard worker. In fact, he spent 10 years working at this grocery store. As a clerk, he did everything from stocking the shelves to cleaning up the aisles. But Nick had to leave his only job and his only paycheck behind when he got some tragic news.
A lot of things have changed for Nick since 2005. That's the year he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Since then, he has had to deal with a lot of financial hardship. He does not have insurance to cover his medical visits, and so I think that really takes a toll on him.
Lee continued to talk with Nick, and she was making progress, but then, out of the blue, he made an unexpected visit.
So Nick drive by the station unannounced, and we have a strict security policy here because we have had incidents in the past. He's not allowed in, and instead, the police are called because that's just part of our protocol.
Nick left before the police arrived, and we thought for sure we'd lost him.
Okay, that'll actually work well with
then
shooting
a
schedule.
breakthrough.
The next time I called him, that really was the big change. This is a guy who has been down on his luck for a long time. He suffers from a terrible disease, and now that he believes this is legit, it's given him a glimmer of hope. And it's exciting.
All right, guys, bring it on.
And what
in.
exciting news we have.
Nick, so great to finally meet you, my friend. How's everything going?
Okay, I guess.
Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you.
You must be pretty excited right now.
I'm just full of wonderment here.
Just full of wonderment. Well, I got to tell you, it's not an uncommon reaction for somebody to be a little bit skeptical. But I hope with all the lights and the cameras, Lee is here, and we've been able to convince you that we're legit.
Yes, you're very legit. You're lucky you had Lee.
Well, look, before we get to the big reveal, I just want to bring some folks out here. Guys, you want to come on out?
Since Nick had no close relatives nearby, we asked some others to join us for his celebration. And they had their own small surprise for Nick.
Nick, I guess you're probably wondering what all these people are doing here.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to get to that in a second, but before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about your mom. Your mom passed away in 2003. Well, Nick, your mom left something behind for you that I think is really going to change your life. Do you have any idea what it could be that your mom left for you?
New hairline?
A new hairline, we should all be so lucky. Well, it's actually some money.
Now, for whatever reason, the money was never claimed and it got turned over to the state, and the state's been holding on to it for you since then. Are you ready to hear how much money that your mom left for you?
Fire away.
Nick, the money that your mom left behind for you is $146,098.32.
I can believe that.
All right, well, we're not quite done just yet. There's actually another surprise. Do you remember your Uncle Antoine?
Yes.
Well, it turns out that your mother and your Uncle Antoine actually had some joint accounts? There's quite a bit of money. You care to take a guess?
30,000?
You're not even close, my friend. The total amount of money that Mom and Antoine left behind was $323,360.46. Can you believe that? Now that money is money that you'll have to split with all the heirs from Antoine. So it's not all yours, but the total sum of money that you have coming to you is the better part of more than $460,000.
Holy.
Congratulations.
I knew there was a large amount of money left behind by my grandparents. I always wondered, where did all that money go to? I almost feel that I don't deserve it.
Oh, come on, man. Why would you not deserve it? You've been through some tough times.
Yes, we all have been through tough times.
Well, I'm sure this money is going to help make things a lot better for you, though, right?
And maybe somebody else. I think the Humane Society is going to like me.
That's fantastic. Do you have any pets?
Yes, Snooky.
Snooky.
As a matter of fact, Snooky used to be my mom's cat.
Oh. All right, I know you've got something special prepared, and Nick's probably wondering what the heck you're all doing here. But we just wanted to have a little celebration because we knew this was obviously a big, exciting event for you. So this is Redefined. They're a local a cappella singing group, and I think my job now is to step out of the way while they do their thing. So enjoy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get some bills paid. Put it safely in the bank. I don't have any insurance anymore. Now I can get insurance. If it wasn't for Lee, we all wouldn't be here at this moment. She really put my faith back in mankind.